wanted to address several questions I've come across after posting my video last night concerning the death of United States Marine Lance Corporal Joshua Bernard. There have been a lot of questions like, why is it not okay to post his images, but it is okay to post images of other deaths? Particularly, Omni Speaker of YouTube posted a video asking why it was okay to still have the availability of the videos of Neda Soltani, which, if you don't know the story, this was the 16-year-old Iranian girl. She was shot by a sniper in the streets of Tehran during protest. And unfortunately, these videos are still available, and they're graphic. It's a horrible video. I have seen it myself, unfortunately. And he, like I said, he said that he wanted to know why these videos were still available, but not the images of Joshua Bernard. Well, if you go onto Google and type in Lance Corporal Joshua M. Bernard and hit the images button, you do get images of Joshua Bernard in his last moments of his life. He also went on to say that if we have a constitutional guarantee of freedom of press, then why is all of this an issue, even an issue? Like I said, the video of Neda was originally posted on Facebook by an Iranian expatriate that is living in Holland. This was not posted by an American press syndicate. This was not posted by an American. The death of Joshua Bernard was posted by an American press syndicate, particularly the Associated Press reporter Julie Jacobson. And he wants to bring about the issue of race or sex. This issue has absolutely nothing to do with race or sex. This has to do with the exploitation of an American hero. The exploitation of someone that laced up his boots and hit the Middle East so that we could sleep safe in our beds at night and not have another horrible incident like September the 11th. This guy gave his life in the line of duty, doing what I'm sure he loved. The fact that those videos of Neda are still available, as I stated, has absolutely nothing to do with race or sex. It has nothing to do with how brown her skin is, or nothing to do with how white Lance Corporal Joshua Bernard's skin is. That is absolutely ridiculous, and that should not have been an issue. People always want to bring up and say, oh, well, they're only showing these videos because she's Islamic. No, wrong. Contrary to popular belief, not every American believes that Islamic people are evil or that they're all terrorists, including myself. I do have several Islamic friends, and they have brown skin, and I care for them very much. And I would never let anyone talk bad about them. I would never let anyone show any kind of racism toward them. That's how I feel about the whole situation. Also, I had a comment on my video from Jackie Barron. This person said, why would anyone post images of someone whose leg has been blown off and bleeds to death? Why is this photo so shocking or nauseating? The man sustained a fatal wound in the campaign whereby civilians have been mutilated. More civilians have been mutilated than in any other conflict, given the intensity. People who are shocked by a video of a soldier bleeding to death should take a look at the corpses of the children in Kabul that they ignore. Cry over a dead soldier? Don't like death? Don't cry about the death in wars of conquest. First off, he's not a soldier. He's a United States Marine. There is a difference, because you have the United States Army, you have the United States Marine Corps. Just like you don't call airmen soldiers or Marines, you don't call Marines soldiers or airmen. Yes, there is a difference, and they will be really quick to correct you on that. Trust me, I know. Fortunately, regardless of how racist or opinionated Americans are in general, they still rally together when it comes to an issue concerning someone that is American. We have no control over the death of Netta. We had nothing to do with the death of Netta. The American government had nothing to do with the death of Netta, and no one in the American government is using any of this for political gain. So I would like for you to inform me of who is using that for political gain, since that's apparently someone's motive. We have no control over the deaths of the children in Kabul. We have no control over the exposure of the death of the children in Kabul. Unfortunately, when it comes down to it, the governments of these two different countries are in control of the situation, not America, not the American press, not the American government, the government of these countries. What happened to Lance Corporal Joshua Bernard was ridiculous. This boy was allowed to die with not one stitch of dignity. He was exploited entirely against the wishes of his family. And I know that his family is probably going through an absolute hell right now. And you just don't do stuff like that. To me, any of these images or any of these videos are just as bad as the Taliban or the Al-Qaeda posting the beheading videos. And I've stated that before in my previous video. But I just really wanted to address those questions and get that off of my mind. And that's really all I have to say when it comes down to it. It has nothing to do with race or how brown or white your skin may be. It has nothing to do with political gain. It has to do with someone who crossed an ethical line, i.e. Julie Jacobson. She crossed a huge ethical line and published something that should not have been seen. Bottom line, end of story.